everybody, welcome to the Truck Knitter Podcast. I am your host, Sophia. Welcome to my humble abode. You can see I got some changes going on. What was that shimmy? I'm sorry. Demonetized. I got some changes happening to my backdrop. Literally, I moved 2 pictures, added some flowers, and bada boom, bada bang, different backdrop. Everyone has been asking me about this picture, my llama blowing bubbles. That is by the wonderfully talented Deidre Wicks. I bought this from Marshall's it wasn't cheap. It was like maybe like $23. I bought it from Marshall's. It wasn't cheap for Marshall standards, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, where a picture's like $10. And this is on canvas, painted on canvas. And when I researched her, I found her on Instagram, and I've been following her for like ever now. And I absolutely love her work. Please check it out. Now she's working into like digital art, where you could download like digital art to add to your PDFs and things and what have you. She also does stickers and postcards and watercolor prints. I don't know if she still does canvases. I bet you can ask her and commission one and she'll do it. You know, obviously, like, you gotta pay them. Like, a lot of people don't pay artists. Pay your artists, please. So if you want to hear more about that, I'm gonna put something up right here. And her name is Deidre Wicks. She's awesome. She's amazing. Please follow her. Look up her website. Her website is Water in My Paint, I believe. And it is just her artwork. She just has a really whimsical way of capturing these animals. I really one day want to commission her to do a portrait of all of my animals like together. I know it's going to be a big piece and expensive piece, so maybe in the future I'll be able to afford that. But I really wanted to do like my dog and my bunny and my 2 cats and just have them like sitting together, because they will never do that in real life because they're just don't sit still. They're pets. They're mischievous little buggers. So yeah, maybe one day I'll commission her to do that for me. But so in case you wonder, that's that. And on this side, this is where all the big changes are. I got my Boss Babe over here. I got my flowers that my husband got me for Valentine's Day. Fun fact, Jake loves flowers, like for himself. My hair is jacked. Jake loves flowers. He works in the growing of stuff industry. He went to school for growing stuff. I don't understand how it works. But so he picked these flowers out, and they're like dyed to be this color, I'm assuming. And they're glorious. And they've been here for like a week. And some leaves are a little crispy. You know, I have to like pull those out. But the flowers they've been blooming for like ever. Like, I don't understand. Like, what are in these flowers, y'all? The GMOs. Kidding. Oh, that's another thing. Anyway. Yes, I got some changes. I got some green yarn over here. This is for an upcoming design. This is what I'm going to take with me on the plane. Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. That's all I can sing before I get copyright striked. Oh yeah. Puppy's just looking at me like, do I have a job? And then I just have my coffee over here on my heated saucer that you can't see because it's fugly. I have a Harley Davidson mug, courtesy of my husband's papaw. Delicious. So anyway, how was everyone's weekend? It's Tuesday for me, so I'm coming off that weekend high. How was everyone's weekend doing? What did I do? We went on a walk with Puppy. It was so cold on that walk, but we had to do it because she had a lot of pent-up energy. I had a lot of pent-up energy. It was pent-up energy, y'all. So we went on a walk. It was cold. We froze our faces off. The next day, we piled into my mother-in-law's truck, and then we all visited and his family that live on the Indiana-Kentucky line over down by Louisville, but still in Indiana. And we went to a going away party for his cousin who is going away to join the Marines and start boot camp. So it was a really bittersweet party. We hate to see him go, but we're very proud of him. And so yeah, that was that. That's what we did this weekend. And it was like a 3-hour drive. And I love long drives because you get to knit. And I worked on my MKAL, my unofficial I knit and I know things mystery knit along that is inspired by Game of Thrones. I've been working on this project like nonstop. I have not slept. Okay, I slept. But it's like I just been constantly knitting this. I mean, I took it to the doctor's office. I was knitting in the doctor's office. Like, I'm just like knitting and knitting. Usually when I travel, I bring socks. Like, socks who? Socks what? I just been knitting this 6-week project. And it's pretty much done in like a week and a half. Like, it's insane. And it's coming out beautifully. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite designs ever. It's a modular brioche design that is intended for beginners. None of the motifs go over 4 rows repeat. And the 4 rows repeat is like, might as well just be 2 rows. You know, it's officially 4 rows for the pattern, but it's essentially the same 2 rows. But you're going to be knitting it in different ways, in different directions, adding it to different things. This is a unisex, gender neutral design, so you can knit it no matter what you look like, what size you are. It can fit any body type, even though it's categorized as a shawlette, and it uses the same yardage as a DK weight shawlette. However, the way that it's shaped, its unique shape, allows it to be worn by many body types. Because I struggle with shawlettes. Like, I love them too. Like, here's a shawlette that I absolutely love. I believe it's called like something T shawlette. It's by it's a design by Knitty. And look at this shawlette. I absolutely love this design. Gorgeous. This is not my design, okay? But I cannot wear it. Just because I just have broad shoulders. You can't tell, I have broad shoulders and I got boobs, y'all, okay? Like a shawlette cannot fit around me. But I can wear it like this. It doesn't stay very well like this because it's not designed to be worn like this. It was designed to be worn around here. Like, but yeah, so it fits me. Like, you think it fits, but I have to like pull it tight like that, and yeah, I struggle with it. So if I struggle with a shawlette and I'm not a very big person, I can only imagine how someone a size up or 2 for me or a man can wear it. So no tea, no shade to this T something. I love this pattern. I recommend it. This was my first shawl ever, but I definitely, my design is considered a shawlette. Most people think of this when you think of a shawlette. It looks nothing like this, okay? Nothing like this. I'm just showing this as the complete opposite. You know, I might wear this because this is so cute. It just doesn't fit me very well. As soon as I start moving, it's over, you know, game over. You need a shawl pin, you know, game over. Speaking of shawl pins for the mystery knit along, I am trying to coordinate a giveaway, and I really hope it's a shawl pin. This operation almost all came down. It's gonna be a shawl pin that's inspired by Game of Thrones. And yeah, it's gonna be great. All handmade stuff, all small business stuff. Nothing, you know, made in like mass production, replicas or nothing like that. It's all gonna be inspired by 100% legal. Yeah, so I'm sniffling. Puppy is crying at the door. Puppy, what's the matter? What's the matter? Hi, baby. Say hi to the good people. They love you. For those who are wondering, Puppy is a chocolate lab. We got her from a breeder. Not my proudest moment buying from a breeder, but we needed a very specific dog that we can train that wouldn't eat all of our predator and that wouldn't eat our prey animals. So that's why we have a chocolate lab. I always prefer adopt, don't shop. That's just me. But I had to get a breed for what our particular family needs were. And at the time where I live in my area, the only breeds that we have are pits, which I think are like the sweeties of all sweeties. I flippin' love pits. They are so sweet, so cute. But some still might have some animalistic instinct, and it's hard to know what you're gonna get until you have them in the house. And it's like, you know what I mean though? Like, it was a risk for me that my family, we had too many prey animals between Bunny and 2 cats. We had to get an animal that her basic instinct is when she picks up animals. So if she were to pick up one of my pets as if they were prey, is to make sure she doesn't damage them, because she's a retriever dog versus like other dogs. They were bred to kill the prey or whatever, or to kill rodents or what have you. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I do know I got a retriever dog, so that way her instinct is to do like a soft mouthing of the pets. And I've yet to see her do anything like that, because she grew up with them. That's another thing, getting a puppy. We had to get a puppy. It was very hard to find puppies. Like, everyone wants a flipping puppy. We didn't necessarily want a baby, but we had to get one so that we could train her not to eat the cat. So that's why I got a chocolate lab. Just want to explain that really fast. Adopt, don't shop, but you might have to shop in some instances. I'm sorry. I do support all of my pet adoption organizations to the T so much. Like, yes, that's where I donate so much to them, just because they just do so much for so little. So anyway, what was I talking about? I was like, oh my Game of Thrones knit along. So I got a blog post on that. Calendar's coming out very soon. I hope to have a calendar out by next Monday. I hope to have kits out very soon. So just, if you want to stay on top of this knit along, then I highly recommend, the best way to do it is join my email list. I only send out 3 emails. What's wrong, pups? What's wrong? Oh, she wants to sleep on the bed, but Khaleesi is sleeping near the door and won't let her enter my bedroom. Oh, is kitty cat being mean to you? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I only send out 3 emails a month just because that's all I can afford to send out. Okay? So you will not get spammed by me just because I cannot afford to spam you. Even if I could, I wouldn't, because I just don't got time to spam anybody. Okay, I'm too busy erasing my own spam. So, without further ado, join the email. Let's get started with the podcast. Yay! Today we're going to talk about design hacks. Write your pattern first. I know that sounds crazy, but you're already thinking about what design you want, like what type of knitting pattern do you want to use. You're already thinking about how you want it to fit. You're essentially doing these mental sketches. So what I do is that I create an actual sketch using my computer. I have a touchscreen laptop and I just use a stylus. I use a free Adobe program. Literally, I just use an Adobe app for my computer. I do have a Chromebook, so I could use apps that I use for my phone and tablet on my computer. It's wonderful. Love it. Affordable and wonderful. You can do that. And I literally just draw it in Adobe. And then I copy and paste it into my pattern document, and bada boom, bada bang, you got your first pattern picture on there, and you can see what your design is going to look like. And then from there, you can start writing up your design because you already have an image of what's looking in your head. When it comes to like stitch counts and what have you, you will have to swatch. I do big swatches. Like this is a swatch I did. This pattern's already written up. I didn't even knit it. This is a swatch that I did. Okay, so it's fairly big. I don't usually do this big of a swatch for personal knitted items, but when it comes down to the nitty gritty of designing, I really like to do big swatches so that way I can see how it drapes, you know? I can see how it's gonna look, how it's gonna grow, because items grow differently after blocking depending on what size they are. The bigger the item, the more weight it can have, the more potential that it will grow. So that's just something to keep in mind full of too when you are designing. Swatch big. So watch big, please. Because if you do not, then you could come down to the point where your garment will grow way more than what you think it would. And then you will have this big baggy garment that will continue to grow. In fact, a lot of the things I've seen happen go wrong on Ravelry, because I used to spend like hours on Ravelry. I found that sweater necks are the biggest issue, is that like specifically heavy sweaters like this, because the neck carries all that weight and it'll just stretch and stretch and stretch, specifically sweaters like this one that's knitted in the round. So if you already create a big swatch, you'll see that swatch is stretching, and when you hold it up, all that weight is stretching out the stitches, and then you will know, okay, maybe I should cast on a smaller neckline, so that way if the neckline stretches, it won't fall off the person's shoulder as they're walking around. You know, things like that you have to think about. So big swatching helps you way more than just your stitch count. It can really help you have the feel of the fabric, how the fabric's gonna grow, how it's going to wear, how it's going to fuzz out. And also, after you swatch, when you measure your swatch, please make sure that your swatch is 100% dry, and that if you pinned it, that you unpinned it and let it set for at least 15 or so minutes. Just so that way the stitches can relax and go to what they will naturally size that they will be at after the garment has been blocked and released from pins and weights and what have you, because knitwear is very stretchy and it will hold on to that stretched out shape for a minute before it decides to relax. So that's something to keep in mind. Swatch big, let the swatch relax, and then measure, okay? So once I swatch big, then I just write up my pattern. I have a template, which is also part of my class. I use a template. It's a tried and true template. I use the same template for my patterns that I use for my class. My aesthetic when it comes to patterns are very simple. I do not like adding like a lot of like little clip art like images and filigree and things like that. I like it to look pretty much like old school print on a WordPress type of look. That's really compressed too, so that way you don't have to print out more than like a few pages. That's just how I like to do it. I like it very simple and easy. Alia, are you so sad that Kitty Cat is sitting in front of my doorway and you want to come into the bedroom? You're coming to my office with me. Come here. I don't think the world wants to hear you crying. Come here, baby. Come here. Hi. Come on. Come on. Okay, you want to sit on my lap? Come on. Aria is so sad. So sad. What's I gonna do? You sad? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's just one thing. You have to wait for it to relax. So, look, this is what I mean. It's already like I moved 2 centimeters and it's just does not fit me. I'm so sad. I'm gonna have to like tie it like a bib. Now it looks like I have like a problem. Looks like I broke my neck or something and I'm trying to like cover my cast. Okay. Oh, this is what it looks like. So mad. So now you know, Sophia, make it bigger. Make it bigger next time or change the shape. This was literally my first and last half pie shawlette, just because it just makes me so sad that I cannot wear it. You know, I see people wearing it and it's just like, it just doesn't fit my shoulders, man. Those are fit my shoulders. So, whew, what was I talking about? Hi, coffee. Hi, sweetie. Coffee. Another knit design hack is I love to use a planner. So when you start designing a whole bunch, whether you're designing for companies or just for yourself, I love to have a planner. I just gave myself a paper cut. However, I use it kind of differently. So I got my regular planning in the front, but in the back, baby, that's where all the fun is. I keep all of my ball bands taped to the back, so that way when I go in and I write my patterns after swatching, everything is safe and sound in here. I also keep any little items for the companies in here that I want to add to the pattern for whatever reason, what have you, like little informations about the yarn that I use, whatever, I like to keep it taped in the back. And then I just untape it when I'm done with it, when the pattern's all released and done with. And then I essentially throw it out because everything's already saved in the pattern. So that's one thing I love to do. I just literally tack it to the back, kind of like a scrapbook. It doesn't add any bulk really to the book, and it keeps everything safe and sound. So that way I don't have to lose bands, because I have a tendency to lose these type of bands like these, especially for long-term projects. It's very easy to lose ball bands. So taping them, even if you don't design, okay, taping them to your book is like the best thing I've ever thought about. And taping them to my planner, because I never lose my planner. Like, that is like my baby. So another hack, tape your ball bands to your planner. Bada boom, bada bing, it's saved. Another is to get a book about design and the way you like to design. So I tend to design top down. That seems to be everyone's favorite method of design. Fun fact, I prefer bottom up. I always prefer bottom up. I don't know why. It's a little more tricky to get your measurements. However, once you've done it one time, you can do it a million times. I love bottom up. Does anyone else love bottom up, or does anyone hate bottom up? I'm designing a current project to be bottom up, and I'm just like, oh, yes, I missed you. I missed you, bottom up. But that's gonna be like a lax fitting garment, so it's very, very easy to get your sizing. This is a top-down sweater construction by Ann Budd. I decided to get this one just because it's top-down. That's what the people like. People get what they like, okay? And what I love about this book is that, I talked about this on here before, I don't care. Like, what I love about this book is that she has stitch counts and basic measurement for all of the most common gauges. So from 3 inches from 3 stitch an inch to 7 stitches an inch. She has stitch counts for raglan sweaters, yoke sweaters, set-in sleeve sweaters, saddle shoulder sweaters, which I hardly ever see ever. She has measurements, she has stitch counts, she has different sizing options, tapered sleeves, waist shaping, what have you. She got it. She even got finishing methods in here. This book is solid. This is a great book, even if you're not a designer, but if you want to knit a sweater, a custom sweater for yourself, not using a pattern, this shows you how to do it in the most easiest, foolproof way possible. It is written a little differently than other knitting books, as in it's more like a recipe style. And as someone that don't usually like recipe style patterns, they confuse the heck out of me. I find that this book makes it very easy to comprehend and do a recipe style type of knitting instruction. I don't know. It's just really easy for me. And a lot of things aren't easy for me, okay? Like, when I try to read stuff, it's kind of hard for me to comprehend a lot of it. So, I absolutely positively love this book. Love it. And I recommend to anyone who's designing anything. Now, when I design, I do not use stitch counts from this book. I don't even use exact constructions from this book, because every design is different. In fact, I broke a ton of rules for this. I did not use one of her stitch gauge, what have you, that she uses for the book. I did not use her exact yoke construction, since this is a wider neck garment. I did not want it to fit wonky, so I changed it up, because when she designs for this book, all the designs, as you can see, they're all high necked. You know, they're just basic crew neck, basic V-neck. There's not a lot of boat neck in here. There's like one boat neck raglan in here. So a lot of the basic design and stitch counts are for that type of construction, where your garment starts up here, when a lot of modern garments start down here, because we just show a little bit more shoulder now. You know what I'm saying? This is more like classic style, classic fit. It's a really great way to start. In fact, my Pines cardigan, which who knows where that is, I'm telling you, okay, am I right? Somewhere in this shebang. My Pines cardigan, I'm just going to put a picture here anyway. that actually uses almost exact measurements from this book, which is why it's free. It uses almost exact stitch counts. I just changed it a little bit to that way it can fit the lace motif. But essentially it is the same. It is exactly the same as this book. The only main difference I did was that the button band isn't sewn on the button band, or isn't picked up or anything. You knit the button band along with the rest of the garment, so that way it's done in like 2 seconds. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's why that pattern's free too. It just uses Ann Budd's method. So if you want to look more into Ann Budd without buying the book, I highly recommend downloading that pattern. Just so you can get the gist of how the seamless yoke is constructed. It's just a great way to look into construction of a super duper easy top down garment. When I first started designing though, I wish I had this book. Like, just get this book as part of your arsenal. It helps me so much. Yes. Hey, if y'all see me looking out this window, like, I am waiting for this package that I just can't wait for this package. It is something I'm going to review for y'all. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so fresh and amazing. And it's late. It is late. For those of you who don't know, I live in the country, okay? So we pretty much, like, our mail carrier is a step up from Pony Express. I kid you not. It is literally some guy in a Jeep with a bumper sticker that says U.S. Mail. And he's just delivering mail in a Jeep with a bumper sticker on it. Like, honestly, I thought he was going to rob me one day because I didn't know the mailman. I just thought some dude was coming up to my house and, like, coming up to my porch and just going, like looking into my house. Just the mailman delivering a package, wanted me to sign something. But it was like, did he want me to sign something? I don't remember. But it's just like, I don't know, it just creeped me out. So I did not what's the word? I did not, so yeah, if you see me looking out, that's just why. I am like, is he here? Where's my Pony Express, dude? Y'all don't know what the Pony Express is. It's like the U.S.'s like first postal system. And it was literally a guy on a horse with a satchel filled with envelopes. That's it. That was our technology. And now we have upgraded. Khaleesi is using my agenda as a scratching post. Thank you, Khaleesi. Thank you. Anyway, now we have upgraded to a guy with a Jeep with a bumper sticker on it. Yes. Upgrades, y'all. Future is here. So that was it. That was all of my design hacks just to share with you today. If you want to hear more about design hacks, then feel free to join my email list. I only send out 3 emails a month. That's all I can pay for. I cannot afford to spam y'all. Neither would I if I could afford to, because I'm too busy deleting my own spam. So, join the email list if you want to hear more about designing and my designing workshops. It's coming up very, very soon. And oh my God, guess who's here to say whoa whoa on the podcast? It's Khaleesi. Oh. She hates to be picked up. Khaleesi, come back. Come back. Oh, she don't want to be picked up. Let me see if I can put her on my lap because she hates to be picked up. Come here, babe. Yes. Hi, hunties. Hi. Can y'all see her? Hi, baby. She's never on the show because she likes to terrorize Puppy. She likes to hunt her, so she's usually in the background, like staring Puppy down and trying to get her to play tag, or probably just one-sided tag of her just chasing Puppy. Yeah. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching the podcast, and Khaleesi the cat says bye-bye.